Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the Dota 2 Championship League. I'm your host, TobiWan, bringing you English, a live stream from my studio right here in Berlin. And we are doing game number 2 of Evil Geniuses going up against Fnatic. You know what? I actually forgot to bring this up before, and I kind of like it because they're cool. They move. It's nice. But I learned here from the two teams as well. So we got EG currently in a very, very rough position. A very, very rough position. They're one game down in their best of 3. We move over to the EU servers as well. If they lose this game, they are out of the running for the playoffs of the D2CL. And their opponents, Fnatic. These guys are already off to a fantastic start. They are one win away from securing themselves a spot in the playoffs. And this is their last game. There is no more after this point. So it all comes down to them being able to take out this matchup. And there's a lot of money at stake as well when it comes to these games. There's $50,000 as a base prize pool. But for everyone who is tuning in as well through Dota TV, welcome to you all and thank you to you all because you've also managed to contribute to the prize pool that is the D2CL's prize pool, and the players, well, thank you for it. And I'm looking forward to seeing finally a number coming out from that. Actually, I have not been given a number about how much money has in fact been raised. I'm kind of hoping that the European community can raise a little bit more than the community from America. But then again, America be strong. America be fighting. And Fnatic, they know America will be fighting up against them, but they'll be fighting up against another Clockwork from Fnatic. So another Trixie Clockwork coming our way. We'll have Batrider and Lich being banned out by Fly. So this time around, they don't want to go down the path of the Lich. It was a slow progression to the end. But one thing that Fear has managed to have pull through this ban stage is going to be the hero he banned out in the last game. Like, he takes out Lifestealer's Era's Lifestealer, as well as No-Tail's Wisp. But Pugna slips through the pool right now. So we do have the potential that we can just go all-out push here from EG. I'm talking like Pugna, I'm talking Prophet. They're gonna stick with their Bounty Hunter, however. They wanna hunt. They wanna be the aggressors in this one, which means they need an aggressive style lineup. Does this mean smoke rotation heroes out of the jungle? Does this mean like Chen in that kind of way? We're gonna go the same as our last game. It's Bounty at the CM. They obviously realize they're not going up against Nature's Prophet. Venomance will now be the pickup. Fear focused both on the bans from both the Visage as well as the Venomancer in our last game. So I'm guessing Fly at this point says, well, there's still so many options for the mid-solo. We've got bans, they've got bans. The first pickup that comes for the next stage does belong to Fear, so he'll get to make his choice there. And I'm still keeping like one eye on the Pugna and one eye on the Nature's Prophet. I know Hani likes to take the Nature's Prophet middle lane, but if you're going to see Pugna, it's going to be one or the other for Fnatic. So look to see them ban something else out. And it looks like we're not going to go with Disable-style games. Heroes from Fnatic, considering Weaver's already up. And you've already got a Venomancer there, which means they don't want to be picking up Banes or anything like that up against a Weaver. Gyro will then be the ban out by Fear. But Fnatic have a very wide repertoire as far as their carry heroes for Era. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this at all. You know, if this does become a bit more of an aggressive lineup, if it becomes a bit... I had a thought go through my mind, and I actually stopped it before it even came out of my mouth, which was a very, very good thing. You know those moments when you guys watch in, and there's always a couple of guys out there that tune in, and no matter how much about Dota I have learnt since they last tuned in, they will either still mute the audio, or they'll go, oh man, Toby knows nothing. What? Venomancer, off lane, dual lane with a Clockwork? Oh, go home, you're drunk. Yeah, I love those people. Shout out to you. Not worth anyone's time. Pugna banned out by Fear, then we'll have the other Titan taken out by Fly. Oh man, it was actually not even touched in our last game. Visage being the pickup from EG, so Fear... He's got a lot of aggression to play around with, the CM as well as the Visage right there, and Bounty Hunter as well. That means he can run a Bounty Hunter safe lane, it can put the CM and Visage aggressive. They can run dual lanes too. We do know EG like running their Luna, so we can see a Visage and Luna together. They're actually one of the teams that like to run a dual lane. Luna as well as Visage up together on the top. and then you can put the Crystal Maiden just supporting and pulling inside the jungle or down at the bottom with the Bounty Hunter down there, and then look for another hero for MSS to play in the middle. So, options galore for EG. Fnatic know this, but Fnatic also have got a lot of really good options themselves. With the Venomancer, you're really stable in any lane you go. So I'm kind of happy about that. The only question is going to be how much lane involvement do they want early on? Because this is still a possibility where Fnatic now go for the Chen. One of NoTail's fun heroes to play. Obviously, everybody likes a good Chenning. But Fnatic, with that, they add themselves into a lot of pushing power, a lot of staying power up against the Visage as well as the Crystal Maiden as well, no matter where you are on the map. But I'm also feeling Fnatic won't have other heroes that combine up nicely with the Clockwork. Clockwork jumps in, which means you've got to keep up with him. You've got to have heroes that are able to move quickly. You can have 4 stars up on a Venomancer if you really want to. But, okay, that'll also work. It's keeping up in a way. You've always got the global ability of the Sunstrike. But it gives you strong laning at the very, very start. Gives you potential once the fights do begin up, and you've got some splitting with the Forged Spirits, so the fight can happen in multiple different areas. While we're also chilling here too, guys, I'm actually casting some more stuff as well tonight. So if you have been watching tonight and you enjoy what you listen to, you can follow me over at TobiWan Dota. I'm going to try and post up a lot of pictures too. I'm only here for a couple more days before I take off for Korea. So on Wednesday midday, I actually bought a plane to go to Korea with the Alliance, and I'll meet up with DK when I'm down there too, and we'll have FOU will be the other team, FXO, now known as FOU. Will be playing the guys that came second. They had a very upset loss to Startail during the Nexon Sponsorship League final. So I'll be casting those 3 teams live in Korea on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I stream hop a lot of recent times. Maybe I'm kind of hoping this doesn't, like, the stream hopping slows down, because I love it when I come over here for D2L. But it'd be nice to do some JD stuff again, and I'm doing some of that stuff later on tonight. So if you follow me on my Red channel, or just over on Twitter as well as Facebook, I'll link you to where you need to go to find me every single night. That's the reason why we made our tool over on JD, the live and upcoming. Any game that's up, I know that's a really good one tonight, which I'll have to check out some VODs for. But yeah, or wait for the rebroadcast. I'll do that later on this evening. Some really good games of Dota tonight. Some really good games of Dota tonight.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, so Juggernaut now picked up by Fnatic. They really have some good pushing power. You've got to ban that Chen, Fear. You've got to ban that Chen. You pull him out of the jungle. Maybe not a Chen, like it's a toss-up too. You could be taking out I'll say Enigma. Oh my. Actually, that would be really nice too. So many good options for jungle. Enchantress, Chen, Enigma, Arcs could be in there. The other option is to Fnatic go all-out aggression. And they can go something like, Rubik would have done the job. But I'm kind of feeling the dazzle out of everything that's coming out here. Like, you got a lot of soul assumption damage, you got a lot of targeted focus damage here. Jumping in Clockwork suicidally. But Juggernaut with his healing ward as well as Dazzle with his heal. I'm with Andy Draskell from the Good Studio, or now the Dream League Studio. Just wanted to see these, like, the return of Dazzle. He's such a good hero. I love him. Absolutely love him. Mousesports used him during the ISO Cup last night when they ran an aggressive tri-lane with Axe as well as Dazzle +1. I can't remember who the +1 was, but yeah. You'll almost remember back to the days when Axe was using aggressive tri-lanes with Dazzle and Omni Knight. So if you're tuning in right now and you got like 3 friends that want to go play something, try an aggressive tri-lane with Omni Knight, Dazzle as well as Axe, and see how it goes, and try and creep skip him. So you creep skip it and let him force the fight onto you. With Fnatic though, with this line with a Juggernaut and a Venomancer, you got to slow into a Gale. PA will be the final selection up here, so that'll be JO's last hero. A hero who has an escape mechanism with a blink away. But that just means the CM and the Visage become the primary targets here. The reason why I was also suggesting the Dazzle is because you've got the Venomancer slow, and then you've got a Dazzle slow on top of that with the Poison Touch, which is actually really strong now. But yeah, Fly, last choice belongs to him. He does not have a lot of time, and oh yeah, we go on aggression, peoples. The Undying comes into play. So now we take away the life points, and that is like, it's like eczema to people who want smooth skin. You put off that decay on a crystal maiden, and she just whittles and falls away, and soon she'll look like Visage. And a perfect row of English teeth. Why do I think of English teeth? Perfect row of teeth will look like Visage's mouth. It's going to be horrible for her. Absolutely horrible for her. But Undying. Good selection. Good selection. Good aggressive. And Fnatic, you know they want to exploit this one out too. Obviously, with the server changes up, Fnatic play at the disadvantage in the last game, playing on the US East. But now we've also got the EG guys. They're connecting over to Luxembourg servers. So we have to take this into account when the draft happens. Speaking as an Australian who always played on really horrible internet, I can tell you right now, ping does matter. And you got to draft accordingly. You can't play pudges when you try and play outside of your own continent because the hooks are just so difficult. And I still don't subscribe to the whole train of thought of, well, if the delay is higher for me, then technically it's easier to hook somebody else. Like, no, it doesn't really work that way. They would have to have a higher ping than you to actually dodge it, and even then, you setting off the initial hook, it becomes a prediction of a prediction. So, life always just that little bit harder. So, TA back in the pool again. So, running through our lineups will be Fear on the Visage. Jo, no surprise, taking the aggressive. Oh, look at his set. Actually, I want to just get rid of this. Ooh. He's missing a piece, though. Somebody give him the Warblade. Somebody give him a Warblade so we can have a full set. I like that PA set. But Fogged, I'm kind of disappointed not sharing in IX Mike 88's wonderful thing. Oh, granted for visiting the workshop station at the International. Ooh, no wonder he doesn't want to get rid of it. He needs the rest of the Crystalline Queen for it, though. He's got himself he's a split set right now. And Torment Rare Hair. Oh, so maybe this is also another reason why. Fogged is split between awesome things, awesome drops. MSS has nothing on his puck. It's a pure naked puck. But he'll to be taking that to the middle lane, and now Fnatic. Well, you knew they'd want to move aggressively down here. Mr. Exort Harney, he is not wasting any time with this whatsoever. He is going to be as aggressive as possible. He wants to give the Sunstrike to the bottom lane. Now they want to find a hero out already. Universe is in the neighborhood. And they're going to try and dodge this dry lane, EG. This will completely push Universe out of the lane, however. He will not find farm anywhere. I mean, anywhere. They leave an aggressive Observer Ward just over to the side. Might leave another one. Yeah, they do. And now Fnatic, they're moving up to the top. So they see there's no defense at Tri Lane. I don't know if they actually caught a glimpse of the Bounty Hunter. But the fact that no one's down there, I think it's kind of told them that, yeah, it's going to be an aggressive Tri Lane coming out here from EG. So the lanes will clash, which is going to make EG Universe feel a lot more happier about life. He is, however, still going up against Trixie. Who gets one of the most useless runes in the world. And already Fogged. Oh, they're going to spot it. They're going to spot it because the Dynasty have an Observer Ward watching for this. So he'll come down to look at the rune. And you're seeing the supports to say, we go up, we go down. And they're bouncing up and down, down, bouncing up and down, down, bouncing. They're bouncing. They're going to get down to the bottom lane. JO's coming down here with Fogged, which means Bounty Hunter running up to the top lane. So time be a waste, and Hero's already getting solo farm up here. This is the upside about the Fnatic lineup. They don't care who's on this bottom line. Like, it could be great if you have a Juggernaut with spin. That's obviously going to be terrific. But at the same time, Clockwork getting experience on the bottom lane is a really good thing too. He's just got to make sure he stays in range. And what the hell's happened to him? Is he going through like a tar field? It's like Darth Clock. He's just been completely knighted.
Denied.
And Fly just says hello to Jo. 473 life points. Harney. Well, at least he's got himself that level up in Quas now. So he can start switching around his balls a little. But he knows regen up as much as possible. Switch back to the Exort when he looks for the last hits. And also harassment directly to MSS. And Jo, he's already got 1 point of decay over on him right now. I don't want to have this keep going on him. Nice to No-Tails waiting for that bounty hunter. He's got sentry wards on him, but Era one-on-one with Universe. Era's going to take some harassment from this, and he knows he's going to, but he waits for the creep wave to push in, and then he can drop down the healing ward once he's back up behind his tier 1 tower. Still a lot of mana to spend on the healing ward, so he's only going to use it if he must use it. And all other times, it's just the slow regeneration of the Tango. But he's getting some really good farm. 9-3 up against the bounty hunter who's 5-2. Not bad for a bounty hunter who came late into the lane. While on bottom lane, Trixie and Fly. Are we splitting up? Yeah, we are. No-Tail's going to move up towards the top lane to give a little bit of a hand. There's that spin from Era. Universe dropping him down very, very low. And Era will use the salve. And Universe, he's got his own salve. The PMS looks like it's really kicking in too. Making it very difficult for Universe to come out on top, making it difficult for Era to come out on top of this lane. At least picks up some nice boots, but all but Venom picked up by Universe, so one goes for harassment when 1-1 comes in, but the other one goes for high movement speed, so we can move in and out quickly, find these last hits. With support from No-Tail, that could really turn that top lane around too. The fact that Universe hasn't gone for the boots. You gotta look for that slow, and Era kind of feels like he's baiting him with his healing ward right now. It's just sitting back behind the, just behind Era. So he's able to heal up. And Universe will see this. And if he comes up for this, like the pull just happened over to the side. So the creep wave will come up as well. And Universe has to realize that something is wrong. Yeah, he does. He can see the attacks coming on the side. He knows that someone else is over here. He wants to stay close enough that he can leech out the experience from this. And if he's going to search the last hit, yeah, he will. He even takes it too. So the Wild Wing, the experience gets split between both the Venomancer as well as Universe, but the primary thing for the Bounty Hunter is he's finding that extra gold, which means he can afford up these boots after this last creep kill. Bottom lane in the meantime too, Trixie, 3.5 levels in. Fly, about the same, so he's already got the 2 points up in Tombstone as he continues to steal the strength from Jo. It makes this bottom lane just that little bit more, I'm not going to say aggressive, because it's not going to be fully aggressive until there's a level of slow here, because he's not going to be able to catch up the PA. If there's even one thing that's around him, one friendly unit, or even an enemy, it doesn't matter, around him, then you'll get away to safety. Middle lane smoke gang, Fear and Fogged. They're coming in. This is almost clockwork. Hani, he's sitting down low for a spirit. Move, wrong way. He went up, the orb will hit, and that means Rift as well. And Hani is toast. Quas or not, he throws down the ice wall, making it difficult. Actually, MSS, he might die here. Phase shifts out the damage from 2 of the hits. And up on the top lane, No-Tail backed into a corner. He cuts his way free. The first blood goes the way of EG. And that's going to be a big, big help. It's not going to win him this game yet, but it's definitely a very good start. Fogged as well as Visage find a very good rotation. Their only issue right now for EG is the fact, I say their only issue, is the fact that on this bottom lane, Jo has 5 for 0. Now, this is a hero who also is actually able to farm from range. Stifling Dagger has a very low mana cost. It's only 25 mana and 8-second cooldown. So you can use this to find last hits, just like that. That's his 6th last hit. Get some help, but Fly's already done the decay on him. Which means Fly is actually quite difficult to kill. And Jo jumping on Trixie. The cogs come down. The Tombstone as well from Fly. Try and bind the extra space. Soul Rip onto Trixie. But Trixie with the Soul Assumption damage. It's max damage coming out from that as well, as far as, well, the level of it. But that's a level 2 nuke that can come out from a Visage. They can control up the clockwork. He got over aggressive on Jo and was not looking for this rotation. So already EG looking fantastic with now 2 wins as far as top lane win kill. Oh, middle lane, sorry, as well as bottom lane.
Denied.
And Fly, all he could do was just stand around and watch. 10 stick charges, he tried to soul rip, but it's only minimal amount of life points he was getting back for it. Now Universe on the top lane, oh, he's in trouble. That spin not going to finish his job. Era attacking that tower way too much, and No-Tail will actually get the solo experience up on this top lane.
No,
Bounty did pick up the Juggernaut, which means he does get the experience from it. Oh, Fly, haste rune. Look for Fogged. He might actually have enough damage to kill him up right now. Decay, nah, back underneath the tower. I thought for a moment he'd drop the Tombstone, just try and slow him down a little bit more. but then probably realized what could happen when you have somebody like Jo who can just dagger and then jump in. Oh, Fly's going to go again. Second decay. He's only getting one hero at a time with it, but when it's a Crystal Maiden, it's already... Yeah, look at Fogged. 435 life points. Doesn't want to stick around. Notal, well, he got a solo kill on the top lane up against Universe, and now he's trying to battle up against both Universe as well as MSS in the middle lane. After Hani ended up going down. As you can see, TP on cooldown tries to come and help out. CM going down. It looks like they're committing. Jo. Undying will get the last little swipe in. The Cogs from Trixie was going down too in case they wanted to look for the burn. So 2 heroes lost on the off lane. We've got MSS. He's able to dodge the Sunstrike from the freshly respawned Invoker. While on bottom lane, Battery Assault. Fly, he's able to get another kill here on the bottom lane. Double for him. The Cold Snap over on Trixie. And there's a lot of TPs coming in. I don't know if they're close enough for the Cogs to push it back on the first hit. Now the Cogs disappear. MSS comes down. And Trixie, he's got strength trades up. He's got 1,200 gold. And Fly is just babysitting him out of here. Fly's going to pick up his own arcane boots. Yep, needs the mana. And he can just stay on this bottom lane by himself. Trixie's players don't waste the consumables on me. And rightly so. So 4-4 now on the board. Hero gets a welcome. Universe comes straight in. Mr. Boots and Orb. At least Cher's found some space in his bottom lane, up to 16 CS now. Still nowhere near the Juggernaut or the Clockwork. Clockwork's got 36. Era dropping low, but gets the healing ward up. Still only level 1, but he's got an ultimate available too. So he's hoping Universe comes in closer. They need a sentry ward for that, however. They got Dust. Dust on Notal. So they can commit to Universe. They need more of this creep wave gone. Middle lane jump in. Hani just goes Invis. There's a dire sentry ward down, so Hani knows he's not visible. Now the jump on top lane. Universe, very, very low. Era, oh, he's going to use it. He didn't need to fully use it. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Trixie initiating on Jo. Battery Assault, Decay, takes away his life points down to 644, and now he's gone. And dying with the little soul rip to ensure the kill. Can't evade that one. And Era's going to take this top tier 1 tower now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So Fly's having a great time as this Undying. He's only got 9-5. He's got 3 kills up to his name. And now Decay connects on Fear, throws the ulti down. There's no Tombstone. He's still got a Soul Rip available. And Battery Assault starts out from Trixie. I don't know if there's even a bait to bring Universe out. The costs go down. Fear's trying to stay as close as he can to get 1 attack in. But again, you got Universe coming down the bottom lane and try and protect up Fear up against a Clockwork and Undying off lane. Hani hasn't had the best game in the world. He's 0-2 right now. Able to find 1,000 gold at least to add to his name. While Fogged up on this top. Trying to battle up against Era. And Era will get slow, but he'll back himself up too. I also realized you guys hate it when I have that. I forgot to change the display settings, so we're just going to get a little bit more cooler and darker. I always forget to do that. Move into the bottom lane. Era, Fly, Notal. 3 smoke up while Trixie's going to get around the back of Fear. And that's toast. He'll summon up his familiars at this time, but then the spin goes off. He's got to get his familiars out of here. They can stomp down, but they're being hunted. Notal, he doesn't really have enough damage to finish the job right there. The Undying, oh, they actually chase far enough to get 1. And they're going to get, they're only freshly summoned. They were only just hatched. And now the push will come to the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. This is going to be a rough, rough time. MSS trying to defend. He does have Dream Call available. But he's only got 700 life points. Let's make that 625 life points. Some of them handed over. Universe being burned. The cogs going down. Sentry was to be planted, so they're looking for the movement around the rear. 1 Plague Ward from Notal will do the job. Also, Notal going for a rather unconventional build on the Venomancer. Not many Venomancers these days have been leveling up the Venomous scale up to level 4. Obviously, it doesn't do any kind of damage over time at level 1. You get the 90 up at level 4. Middle lane, Hani, he needs to move faster. He's trying to buy up as much as he possibly can in case he does die, but he's going to live. Medallion of Courage going to work on him. Fly, another clockwork, latches in, battery assault. There is the silence, but MSS, look at Trixie move. He knew the jump had to happen. There was no other option he had. Now Era jumps, slice, dice. Double kill for him. Perfect mover. And they'll take the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. And there goes the tower. Now on the sidelines. And here will be able to finish up his drum set. So we go back into the nighttime. Hani farming up in the mid lane, as I said before, he's building into his orchid. He's got the quarterstaff over from that. No-tail buys into a medallion. There's that drums being purchased up. So Mr. Flying Llama.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A speedy hot delivery of all these fresh items. 12 minutes into the game. Top tower, JO's trying to bring it down. He's got that 37 CS with the help of Universe. He'll be able to get it too. And boom. Face boost of 1500 gold on him. Not bad for the levels, not fantastic. Undying is actually the same level, so is Venomancer. Oh, do we even want to look at that? Look at these supports, 6-5, and then you got 8-8s.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This is not a fun day to be a support in the EG lineup. So the drums are in. That's the Oblivion staff, but most of it's back at base right now. And in fact, Hani's able to afford up his next one, almost. He's short by a Sobi mask. Or Sage's mask, whatever. Hani's coming in now, Forge Spirits. Not the doubles yet. He needs to kill on Roshan before he can get double Forge Spirits. He can still summon up the one. Parkour flies in. They're not initiating. Dust, Clockwork latches up. Now you want to initiate. No-tail. Gale onto 2. And Trixie in the neighborhood. And he just focuses on killing off Universe. Bounty under he's so low and does go down. Venomancer got the ulti off as well. So EG, they're fighting with Gunk all over them. But then with the CM ulti fly, he's going to go down this one. Trixie, however, picks up a double kill. He's still alive, even through the soul assumption damage from Fear. And Era, well, it's got spin in 5 seconds time. Phase boots off cooldown 3. He's just looking for some crits. And now ulti off cooldown. Needs phase and jump down the hill. Oh, he started it. That's the range he needs. That's the range he needs. The rocket. I can't do it. Sunstrike. He moves up. He evades. The captain is the only one to survive the onslaught from the Fnatic lineup. They realized that EG would try and contest them around Roshan, but they wouldn't commit to it. So Fnatic jump up, they get the perfect cogs coming out from the Clockwork. And EG's fight got put into a very, very narrow area, which meant no room to move. Even when the Dream Core went off, Naruto was like, well, I just put off my ultimate. We have healing galore. Clockwork latches up, and Fogged Sunstrike right on him. Invoker. The level 4 Sunstrike just does so much damage, and it's at his full Orchid with that kill. That kill got him his Orchid. They come to push out the middle lane. Aegis the Immortal in hand. In the hands of the Invoker as well, the Master of Magic. And here will keep him alive in a moment. 16 seconds until Healing Ward comes off cooldown. They're trying to orb down as much of this creep wave as possible. More importantly, trying to get rid of this catapult. The Era may just tank it up anyway. They got 4 spirits to tank up the first part of it. No new ones for 9 seconds. They have to abandon the catapult. It's going to die now. There's nothing they can do about it. EG, they're abandoning the tier 2 tower. Universe coming up north. JO as well. Mr. Hand of Midas. That's even more serious balls coming out from the PA. Like, you're not going to go a BKB to try and fight up in this lineup. Instead, you go in and you go, well, I'm going to get a Hand of Midas because I feel we can turtle this. Would be the only reason I would see that being a viable option. Needs money, needs farm, needs levels, importantly, too. Which means his Hand of Midas has to be used on jungle creeps, but he can't get into his own jungle right now. Fnatic just took out the tier 2 tower in the mid, and they're going to rotate down towards the bottom. The Rockets are already, well, the Rockets are flying up top to try and stop that push instead. But a rocket to fly down bottom, or any kind of push on this bottom lane. The tier 2 tower is gone. EG, they've just seen they cannot take a fight right now. They're behind in gold, they're behind in experience. They're going to be behind in the amount of life points they're going to have too once Era fished up this Aghanim Scepter. 1k gold for him, nothing's on the courier for them. Fly's got enough to pick up the mech recipe and then buy the headdress after that.
Dire's middle tower is
So
under
they'll have mech as well when they want to breach up towards the higher ground. Said before, the Orchid's already up for Hani. He can look into something else. Trick's just going to keep the creep wave away. While in mid lane, EG's going to go for the trade. Familiars have already expanded their maximum amount of damage.
bottom tower.
But tier 1 tower being lost in the mid lane to do some damage to a tier 3 tower is worth it for Fnatic. They want to go high ground.
Dire's middle
They want to end this. They want to end this now. So new Forge Spirits,
Radiant's bottom tower
Cold Snap and Ice Wall. The two controlling abilities coming up here.
is under attack.
Oh, was that Clockwork jump in? Yeah, he got on fogged. The Blade Mail's up, so Fog basically kills himself. Support's coming back from the Visage. He's coming in from outside the field, though, with his Familiars. While inside the field is the real one.
Bottom tower is under attack.
There's the Familiars. One's already picked off. He managed to get the drop down stomp at least, but then Cold Snap over to Fear Gale. Flies completely astray there from Notel, but he can throw down more of these Venomance Wars. They are still carrying in the Poison Sting effect. So it's difficult once EG gets in close. Not just because these wars deal dish amount damage, but because it allows Era to keep up with them. There's your Orchid on MSS. Juggernaut just destroys him as quickly as possible. Stifling Dagger on Trixie. He's still got his cogs available. JO jumps in close, but then the spin damage. Venomenta throws the ulti out too. Fog will throw his off, and this kind of feels like EG's destroying the rest of what's in the kitchen sink. The Sunstrike's almost a perfect position, allowing the last attack out from the Invoker. This will be bottom racks with the option to rotate in towards the middle. Unless that Courier bringing in, and they call it 18 minutes in. EG for the D2CL are now out of reach of the playoffs, and Fnatic, with this win, will qualify themselves through. They will face up against either Na'Vi or Mousebots. I suppose that's not really the best thing they were searching for, because Speed Gaming took the #1 position. So Na'Vi, Speed Gaming, as well as more than likely Alliance or Sigma, they have a playoff matchup. Their last match is between each other, and that is going to be the play to see who takes the #1 position. And then they will face up against the winner of, well, you can check out all the details over at d2l.org. That's the English version of the website. But for now, the match is over, and so is EG's chances. They'll still have a game scheduled up against virtus.pro, but that's just merely bragging rights, so we're not quite sure if that game will be played or not. Either way, peoples, end of our night for the D2CL. As I said before, you can follow me over at TobiWan Dota. I'm not done streaming for the night. I believe I start up in about an hour's time, so I hope to have your company there, as well as just follow me on my social network. I hope to give out a whole lot of pictures from Korea, as well as everywhere else I'm going for the rest of this year. That's going to be a very fun time for the end of this year. So thanks for watching, people, and we'll see you next time here for the Dota 2 Championship League live stream.